Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here at weatherweb.net. It's Thursday the 27th of August and this is your look ahead video. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for all your donations to our appeal for Macmillan Cancer Support, which we're holding throughout the month of August. Beaten £2,000 already, and it really is great to see the support you're giving to that. So please do continue to contribute. If you go to justgiving.com and /weatherweb, then that will enable you to be able to donate. Okay, now first up today, we're going to take a look at the bank holiday in just a moment and the prospects for building pressure into next week. However, just want to show you what's going on in the tropical Atlantic and in the Pacific. Things starting to get going a little bit over there. We've got two current systems out in the Pacific. We've got Jemina, which is a tropical storm at the moment, and Ignacio, which is a hurricane. Now, those are looking something like this. This is Jemina, and this is the predicted track of Jemina over the next 5 days. You see it achieves hurricane status probably overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and then tracks into the Pacific. Not really affecting land there. Ignacio looks like this though. That is a hurricane at the moment, but it does become slightly downgraded before getting a kick up the rear again, and then heading into Honolulu or into Hawaii and across then towards the islands in towards Honolulu by the early part of next week. Of course, things can change significantly. However, it is in the Atlantic that we need to look for the potentially more worrying of the signals at the moment. This is Tropical Storm Erika, and at the moment just a tropical storm. It's across the Indies and is headed west-northwest. The upper pattern is conducive to this feature deepening significantly over the coming days, and this is the forecast 5-day track. So this is where we are at the moment, and you notice that it just moves north of the Dominican Republic, north of Haiti, heading into the early part of Saturday. Then we're heading across the Bahamas. It kind of aligns itself straight through the Bahamas and then achieves hurricane status to the east of Florida. So it's achieving hurricane status early next week and then travelling up the eastern coast of Florida, heading into the eastern coast of the States. This has the potential to become a significant storm. At the moment it's forecast Cat 3, could get up to a Category 4, and of course that to the east of such a populated area such as Florida, especially at holiday time of the year, could cause some real issues. I hate the word issue, problems, that's what I should say, problems. It's something we're going to be monitoring very closely over the next few days, but it's certainly a feature that is raising quite a bit of interest over in the States just at the moment. Of course, I'll stay across that for you. Now, back to home. First up, we've been talking about high pressure building through the course of next week for some time now. And in fact, the ECMWF, which I'm showing you here, picks up on that quite nicely. Here's the chart for Saturday. Still got the trough off towards the west. We've got the trough there moving east into the early stages of next week. This is Tuesday the 1st. And then Wednesday the 2nd, Thursday the 3rd. You notice there that the high then positioned up towards the northwest of the country. There's our northerly flow coming down through the country. So it's not a warm high by any means. It's got a northerly on it, and it stays like that into the end of next week and into next weekend as well. Might think that's quite straightforward. Ridge off here, trough out here. If only it were quite that straightforward. I've seen these systems before. What we need to watch for, particularly as we're heading into the early stages of autumn, is this northerly flow here. Basically keeping the trough alive, so it keeps the trough alive through here rather than off towards the east, because it's pumping cold air into it all the time. The GFS tries to make more of that. This is the GFS, actually let me go back to the beginning. This is the GFS for today, and here's our jet coming down here. There is our trough out in the Atlantic out here at the moment. This is the ridge that we need to be watching. As I go through the sequence, notice what happens. Okay, we're heading into the weekend now, look. There's the trough becoming more elongated into Sunday evening. There it is. We've got a jet blowing through here across the UK into Sunday evening. But look, here's our ridge off towards the west. Now, into next week. There's Monday. Notice it's moving that system through more slowly than the ECMWF did. Okay, there is Wednesday. So that's Wednesday the 2nd. Let's just get back to show you Wednesday the 2nd here. Okay, ECMWF is trying to get that trough further east than the GFS. Now, heading further through the week, the trough gradually moves away towards the east of sorts. But look what happens here. Cooler air coming into here generates shortwave troughs in here. They collapse southwards then through the course of the week and into next weekend and into the week after, becoming quite a significant feature. So the GFS sees into the North Sea. Now, GFS recently has undoubtedly been trying to make too much of low pressure, trying to deepen it too much because it's making too much of these shortwave trough features. So that's something that we need to be aware of, that's what the GFS is doing at the moment. It did it with the system that's coming through this weekend. But I think what the GFS may well have picked up on is that despite the ridge building into the west here, there is that northerly flow across the east. And that brings the potential for showers to continue across northern and eastern areas throughout the period of next week, into the weekend and into the following week after. Whereas off towards the west, then here, it tends to be dry. So it's something that we've got to watch, this possibility of the showers being more widespread than you would imagine, given the story that you're going to start hearing, which is about high pressure building. It's going to be cool as well because of that northerly flow. And I think we do need to start watching for the increased possibility of frosts overnight. Incidentally, as that northerly gets going across central parts of Europe, you notice here, look, how intense the trough becomes here. This is going to be bringing cooler weather and more unsettled weather across many central and southern parts of Europe. And then, of course, what we have to watch for are the remains of Erika. Where do they go? Do they spin themselves up and bring themselves northeastwards across the Atlantic? That's something that we need to be watching very, very carefully. But of course, I'll keep you updated throughout here at weatherweb.net. Okay, all these charts are available at WeatherWeb, by the way. All you do, go to weatherweb.net and that'll bring you up the home page looking something like that. Click on charts and there you have it, all the charts that you need. Okay, I will leave you with that for now, but please do continue to give your donations at justgiving.com/weatherweb. Have a great day. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out Gary's Fast Forecast for a detailed forecast heading into the weekend. But for now, whatever you're doing, thanks for watching. Keep the sun shining and bye for now.